morning, folks. Mike with Veterans Mobile Sawmill. We are on our way back to a job that I should have recorded yesterday, but I didn't. This is my fourth trip out here. I did a quote. I came out and I moved a whole bunch of logs around with my tractor to get them ready. And then I came out yesterday. I cut just under half of them. When we get out there, I'll show you around what I cut and what's left. They were some giant oak logs. Originally he said red oak, then he thinks they're white oak. They kind of look like white oak. But they're 2.5-inch slabs between 4 and 7 feet long. They're very heavy. Today I have a couple little oak ones and then some monster poplars to cut that are about the same size as the oak were. But I'll show you around, get a couple time lapses of some cutting. We'll put this thing back together. Yesterday would have been a good, I should have recorded yesterday. Fighting those giant logs up onto, even though I have a hydraulic mill, getting them from their stack to the hydraulic mill, and then because they were short, getting them up onto the mill was a nightmare. But we got it done, and see how far we can get today. I may have to come back in the morning, but hopefully not. Hopefully today's it. I'll show you where we're at once we get there too. Tight little backyard. Had a slight disagreement with the neighbor. Just a note to self and others: if you go to somebody's house to sawmill and they say, yeah, you can use my neighbor's grass to drive in, go check with the neighbors, because the neighbor was not happy that I was in his grass. Apparently they got it all figured out. Everybody's okay now, but usually I go check with the neighbor, but I didn't this time, and it came back to bite me. I had a very angry neighbor at my window while I was trying to back into the yard. Sorry about this. I've been waiting to do this filming, but the sun keeps coming right through the window. But anyway, I'll show you around once we get there, and that'll be that. So here's a quick glimpse of yesterday's cutting. Big old pile. Have to do a count here in a minute, but that was a lot, and they're heavy. And we came in through there, got yelled at over there, and now we're over here. I'll give you, I lost my train of thought. The homeowner came out and didn't want to have to deal with that. Here's some of the poplars we're going to be doing. Big old fat boys, and this is what the oaks look like yesterday. This stack on this side, this is what's left of the stack. It was all the way out to the front, just like that one. Whole bunch of stuff. We'll get cracking here in a minute. Alright guys, I was planning on watching me load this, but homeowner came out and was helping, so it didn't feel right to be videoing while he was there. But there's a monster poplar we're going to try to get cut up. Not recommended by Wood-Mizer, way too big, but we'll see what happens. We also lost some footage and I cut some more stuff while our battery died in the phone, but we'll see what we can get out of this guy and, you know, keep on rocking. Alright, flipping you back onto the time lapse. Alright folks, on the way home, I am going to have to come back tomorrow to finish out half a day. We got through that monster poplar there on the end. Probably not going to film any of it. It'll be more of the same. I am quickly learning the hardships of recording from a phone. I got a phone call halfway through that monster poplar, so you only got to see half of it, and it cut it off. And then earlier in the day I was recording so long that there's a little tiny log on the oak log I mentioned earlier. Only got halfway through that and the phone shut off because the battery got too low. I did a couple more logs after that, but they were small. Let the phone charge and keep going. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this one. For those of you that are recurring, thank you for coming around. Those of you that are new, welcome. I have noticed that I never did a full intro, explain who I am and what I'm about and all that nonsense, but we'll get around to that eventually. If you've made it this long into the video, know that that's coming eventually. That's all I got for now. Thanks again, guys. Catch you next time.